My man Bernie Burns, Bernie man, Bernie Burns.
Overachievers. Journalism from a master site.
Five rounds for Beamer. Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master
Five
site.
rounds for Beamer. Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
Five rounds for Beamer. Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master
Five
site.
rounds for Beamer.
Peace, it's your man Burns. You're now locked into Twin2ition. Clear the air.
All right. Twin2ition presents Clear the Air, episode 31. And speed. All right. Yeah. Nichole on the buzz. We finally got to Friday, baby. Yes, we did. Got to Friday. Oh, yeah, I saw some earlier. What?
Nothing.
Oh, you were there making hand signals and shit like you the motherfucking director. I'm like, is it that camera? It's that one. Blue light. That's what we need. Like, we need to invest in like a red light jump, right? So then you can start to be really Nichole on the motherfucking board. You feel me? Put your ass to real work. You know what I mean? You gonna have a motherfucking standard that you gotta meet, all right? Because I pay real money for this shit, okay, baby? You hear me?
I gotta meet a standard.
I got all light skin fucking with your head and shit. God damn. Yeah, you gotta meet a like this shit elevating, yo. Like the views going up, the subscriber count is what it is, and like it's hard for me fucking, you know what I mean, keep up with this shit, man, for real. 31 fucking episodes, yo. And with that being said, yo, like I want to kind of bring perspective to this shit, right? For all y'all out there that's watching the podcast on YouTube, for all y'all that's listening to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Deezer, what else? Buzzsprout. Wherever you find your podcast, I'm there. Nichole and the boys is there because we pay real money for this shit. And it just made me think about perspective, Nichole and the boys. And I saw something earlier this week, right? And it put me back into perspective. I had a fucked up week this week. Well, I wouldn't say fucked up, but it was very eventful. Very eventful. And so I wanted to kind of say this. I saw this earlier this week, and this is from the Law of Attraction. I'm trying to get all Zen-like. You know what I'm saying? And it says, things that exist, but you can't see. All the compliments that people have thought of you, but you never shared. Your tiny cells fighting together to keep you alive. How proud little you would be of the person that you've become. You showing up in others' dreams, your endless potential and power to create whatever your heart desires. People thinking of you and smiling, how much you've already healed. And that is from The Unknown, right? And I don't know how that, I think I saw it on Wednesday, 4 days ago. So probably Tuesday night when I, had made a conscious decision that I was going to pick myself up by the bootstraps, Nichole and the boys, and wheel myself back into the job because I was sick for 2 whole motherfucking days. Well, really 5 days since last week. I don't know what it is, but I was sick as a bitch, Nichole and the boys, and I got through it by myself. Yes, I got through it by myself, yo.
You had no choice. I had to go to work.
And I don't know what it was. Maybe
stay home and baby you.
Maybe it was the week before with all the extensive partying and shit that we did. All the people that we got in contact with. Mm-hmm. We don't get out much. But whoever I met, y'all could have kept that shit with y'all. But I want to say shout out. Before we get the podcast started. Shout out to all the twins, the 2 sets of twins that had their birthdays, man. Like we mentioned y'all at the end of the last podcast, man, but we enjoyed ourselves, man. Shout out to Devin and Dion, the Grandison twins, man. What a round of applause. We had Mama Dev, yeah. We had a amazing time at at that soiree. And you know, maybe I might have a picture or two or something, you know, show up on the podcast. Maybe a video.
Yeah. They had like they went all out for this birthday party. Like it was an attire that everybody had to meet. Like it was an all black party, no sneakers, not like you couldn't dress down or nothing. Like everybody was dressed to the T, right?
Right.
And like they had it catered. They had one of them like 360 camera things.
Yeah, they had all the wild shit.
It was very nice. It
Yep.
was very nice.
They had all the cool stuff, and we ain't never been to. You know, we don't go outside much, and we ain't never been outside for real. We had to
was
really
like,
dress up.
Maybe we might have to do something like this for our anniversary.
Yeah, for real, for sure. Yeah, the 360 camera, Nichole and the boys were talking about that 360 camera. You know, had some cool moments on it. You know, had some viral ones on there too that we may or may not share on the podcast. It depends if I can get it or not. You know, maybe somebody falling and shit off the jump, and motherfucker repeating itself. That shit was tough. So maybe we might embarrass, you know, one of our you know, people in our family, you know, or not. It depends. But yeah, Nichole on the boards, man. Yeah, also shout out to the Atkins twins, Charmaine and Alex. You know what I'm saying? They had a nice birthday. They had like 3-4 leg birthday events they did. We caught the last leg, man. They ended up, you know, hanging out with them too, man. So yeah, I don't know, what went on, yo, but between all them shits, I was already tired from the week, and then turning up, you know what I'm saying, during the festivities, and editing, you know what I'm saying, for all y'all. Man, give y'all a round of applause. And editing the goddamn podcast. Episode 30. Episode 30 is out, you know, streaming too as well. But yeah, for the Willie Skate interview, that shit was tough as hell. That was dope ass episode. But yeah, it's been a rough little, you know, time getting my shit together, Nichole and the boys, just for all the shit that we done did. And like, I tell you, and just like you tell me, because I don't know if y'all know, but I'm gonna give y'all the secret. I guess the key to a successful marriage is you got to be a middle child and your spouse got to be a middle child, because y'all are the fucking have-nots, you know what I'm saying? And being a have-not, but know it all, but just, you know what I'm saying, you're able to appreciate the little victories that you get. You know what I'm saying? When you got a little fucking window of time that's like, hey, man, it ain't got to be about me this time. It can just be something that I ain't fucking did ever. It's like two fucking Cinderellas getting married. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being Cinderella being broke and she meeting Prince Charming, both of them niggas are broke and they come up together, yo. And it's just like that. You know what I'm saying? Both.
Two Cinderellas. It'd be Cinderella and Aladdin.
I don't know about that. They won't let that shit fly back in that day. Aladdin and Cinderella. Nah, bro. Unless it's the black Cinderella, but then I have to be Asian. All right, this shit getting weird. With that being said, Nichole and boys, how was your past couple of days, y'all? You know what I mean? Because, you know, I don't want to make it about me. I was feeling a little under the weather.
Well, while you was under the weather, you know, we try to have little things that the kids can do to kind of reward them or whatever for doing good in school or whatever. So I had the bright idea, let's go ice skating. So the kids went ice skating for the first time. Hoggie weren't feeling good, so he just sat there and froze his butt off. So
I told them niggas, I was like, look, we gonna go ice skating. Hey, look, black folk, put the camera right here, Nichole. All right, the light right there, okay. Black folk, I've been trying to get Nichole and the boys to realize our lingo, right? And that's not to say anything about, this ain't race check, all right? But to get Nichole and the boys to know our lingo. Black folk, when we say we gonna go do something, that means we gonna go. But we might fucking do, you know, might do that something that we mentioned. So I say, shit, we gonna go ice skating. I'm gonna go, but I don't mean I'm gonna fucking do it. It's just like that. So, yeah. I try to be cool too, yo. I came out that jump looking cool as a bitch till I went into the fucking ice rink and I was cold in a motherfucker. It was cold as a bitch in there, yo. And Nichole and the boy, she was smiling from ear to ear, looking like she the ripe age of 8 in second grade out there, bitch, trying to stay upright on them goddamn blades and shit.
I was
Ice
doing
skating.
fine.
I was like, God damn. I said, all right, Nichole, you need to pick up this speed. Motherfuckers over here spinning around and shit. You over that bitch holding the wall. I'm like, all right, cool.
I had to get used to it.
Meanwhile, I'm in that bitch like
At first,
Jim Carrey, that
no.
motherfucker.
At first, like when we first got there, like the type of skates that they had, like, you know, I got my shoe size, put them on. I was like, all right, they fit. But then once it got on the damn ice and was fucking trying to skate, I was like, man, I can't feel my fucking toes.
Oh, yeah, it's what Taj was saying. They pinkies.
All of us
toes.
went and got new skates. Like me, Mimi, Taj, and Zendaya got up bigger size skates.
Damn, yeah.
Like all of us.
So basically, what you telling me? Them goddamn them fucking ice skates. They fit like the cool grade Jordan 9s that came out. The pinky toe killers. I love them goddamn shoes. Them motherfuckers that tear your fucking pinky toe up. Take the meat off the bone. Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
But so I think the kids fell a couple times. But I tried to, you know, kind of stay with them, and so I was kind of like near the wall the whole time and trying to teach them how to ice skate. Mm-hmm. Which to me, ice skating is way easier than roller skating.
I tried to roller skate
Like,
and shit.
Ice skating is the blades attached to your foot. You have to move your feet in order to move. You can fucking stand still and them motherfucking roller skates fuck around roll on your ass.
Oh, so that's how it works. I was wondering, I was like, how the fuck niggas just skate on this shit? Like, you gotta get momentum or what? But you was like that bitch trying to look like Christy Yamaguchi and shit.
No bullshit. Like,
I'm cold.
Like when we was younger, like when we went to, I want to say we had like a skate night or something when we was in middle school at Brooklyn Middle School, right? Mm-hmm. Up Richmond, Henrico area. And
where Brooklyn at? Not that Brooklyn. My bad.
And like me and Tasha, we watched ice skating all the time. So
I think everybody had regular TV in our era,
asses went to the fucking skating ring.
I'm trying that shit.
And was trying that shit. And was doing some of that shit.
Told niggas was Christy Yamaguchi. Y'all that bitch, what's that, Blaze of Glory? With Will Ferrell.
Yeah, like, ask Tasha. We was out there thinking we Christy Yamaguchi out that bitch for real.
Oh, yeah?
Hell yeah. Like, cause you didn't see me like skating, like I would go past the kids and then I would come back and then I would skate and then I would spin real quick and be facing them.
By that time, I probably...
Like, you was probably freezing and shivering.
Cold. I was walking through that motherfucker trying to goddamn stay warm.
But by the end, I busted my ass. Because, you know, at the skating ring, ice skating ring we used to go to, you know, after every, like, if it's a 4-hour session that is open for the public, they would at least come twice and like ice over the
the nicks and shit.
Yeah, the nicks and shit in the ice.
But I mean, niggas gotta get off the motherfucker to do it. That's probably why
it don't take long.
Oh, what they call it? The Zimbabwe?
The
Zamboni or some shit?
Yeah, something like that. But they come and like resurface the ice or whatever.
Zimbabwe.
And it makes it like we got there an hour later than it opened. And by the end, motherfuckers been skating on that bitch for 3 hours.
Yeah, but shit, you gotta get that nigga time. You know, we got there and show up, pump. You know what I mean?
So
I did ass though.
I caught a rough spot in the fucking
Cooper Cup
ice.
Seahawks.
And my damn skate caught and landed up on my hands and knees.
Hands on your knees.
And ice all on my ass and everything.
Taj was goddamn thinking about the Happy Tree Friends and shit. He's like, I don't want to go ice skating. I'm a fall, smack and roll over my fingers and cut them bitches off. I'm like, God damn, boy, who showed you that? Like, that shit had me fucked up. Yeah, he was scared as a bitch. For me, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't feeling good. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I really wasn't feeling good. And I think this day I got real sick when I got back home. Yeah, because it was last weekend. Yeah. Sick as a bit. I was like, man, I feel like it. Anyway, fuck all that shit. You ready to get the podcast started? Hey, yo, thank y'all right now for tuning in to another episode of Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. I go by the name of Hoggie, accompanied by my wife, Miss Nichole on the boards. Y'all gave Nichole a fucking round of applause. But yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend that hey man, it's this new podcast out. And it's dope. I mean, you just gotta check it out. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like when they ask you to explain it, be like, man, it's for us. I mean, might want to call that motherfucker FUBU, cuz. With that being said, Nichole and the boys, you ready to get the fucking podcast started? Give me a hell motherfucking yeah. Let me get a hell yeah.
Did I do it right?
No, it's something like this.
Hell no! Hell no! Can't have it.
And with that being said, you ready to go, Nichole? Boys, my bad. I couldn't find the fucking button in time, but let's clear the motherfucking air, y'all.
No doubt. K-Slate brought us over here to clear the air, you know what I mean?
And you know what? And that's what I want to do, man. I want to clear the air, man.
Baby gobble in the fair. This industry shit is weird. Tell him to clear the air. Was writing in the dark.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Wait a minute. Who are you? Could I please have more, sir?
Hey, I'd like to welcome y'all back to Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. I go by the name of Hoggie, accompanied by my wife,
Nichole on the board.
Hey, and this is Clear the Air. Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. We're here to clear the air, y'all. And I keep getting this question asked a lot, Nichole on the boards, yo. I got motherfuckers ask me, hey man, where the hoodies at? When them bucket hats gonna be back out? Hey man, like the denim jump. Hey, right now, stop what the fuck you doing. If you one of the ones that's been in the DMs, sending text messages and shit, because I know you, sending shit on Facebook, Twitter and Messenger and all that other shit, do me a favor. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'm quite sure you probably already did, but tell the motherfucker beside you hit the subscribe button, right? And then I want you to go ahead and send me a DM, man, with your size, what you want, and we're gonna goddamn clear the motherfucking air, and it's just like that. But the bucket hats all sold out, man, but the raffle is still open. It's $10 for Clear the Air, a one-on-one, Clear the Air and Twin2ition. Both logos on the motherfucking hat. And it's just like that. Just $10, man, for the fucking Clear the Air Twin2ition bucket hat. And you can get one. But the bitches are sold out, but I can make a special order. So I say, hey, if you really want one, some drip, let me know. Because we're going to be getting some new drip anyway, because we got some shit we got to fuck with anyway. And so, yeah, they sold out, but hit me up in the DM, man. With that being said, Nichole on the boards, 31 episodes, Honey Boo Bear, 31. If I told you this 2 years ago, you'd be like, podcast? Hell nah. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But yeah, with 31 episodes.
Don't even lie.
What?
I did not say that.
No, I'm just saying that.
Oh.
I'm just saying, just if I would ask you that 3 years ago, you'd be like,
Oh, I said something similar 3 years ago.
what you say? Something 3 years ago.
And it happened because you was talking about doing a podcast with your brother 3 years ago. And I said, you know damn well Carell ain't going to do it. He ain't going to be dedicated to do it.
What, damn?
I said, if you depending on doing the shit with Carell, hence the name Twin2ition, was what the podcast was supposed to be, the twins. But it had to turn into something else because you couldn't depend on them.
Damn,
So,
you do start fast, don't you?
I called it.
God damn, Nichole on the board. You did, man. I guess you wanted me to give you a hell yeah.
Hell
Give me a
yeah.
hell yeah! What?
Man, with that being said, Nichole and the boys she just shooting everywhere like one of them young niggas, man. I don't know what the fuck going on. I was just kind of just looking at the trajectory of where we were and where we are now, man. What a fucking challenge at. And 31 episodes in. I don't know what to call this one. I can't call this one flu game because I was sick of one fucking podcast or 2 or 3 ago. So I can't call it flu game. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna call this one, man. Shit, I don't know. Tested negative, I guess. I don't know because I did 2 goddamn tests, a COVID test and a motherfucking flu test, and came back positive for being a solidified motherfucking nigga here to clear the motherfucking air, and it's just like that. New people watching the show, listening to it on Spotify. Go ahead and subscribe to the show. And all the socials. I mean, Instagram, we can be found at Clear the Air. YouTube at Clear the Air. Facebook and Threads at Clear the Air. The only thing that's different is X/Twitter. That shit that Elon must be fucking with. We can be found at Twin2ition Pod. That's TWIN2, the number 2, ITIONPOD. It is just like that. With that being said, moving right along with Fit Check, Nichole and the boys. It's on there again for the 3rd fucking week in a row. What you rocking? That shit you got on, yo. Put that shit on. Outside.
I just got a
with our shit
I guess
on.
an AKA colored Brooklyn, New York sweater from Fashion Nova.
Outside. Outside with our shit on. You heard that song yet?
No.
With our, you know whose song that is?
No.
That's crazy. And you got the WNBA Jordan Retro 13 WNBA shoes. I don't know what the fuck you call them. What they call? You got 2 pair. Oh. Nelly. But then we need to see Nichole. I told y'all Nichole ain't no real sneakers here, yo. So I be putting her shit together, yo. But yeah, Nichole and the boys with that shit on. Yeah, it's Nichole and the boys.
WNBA Jordans.
Yeah, WNBA Jordans.
I think they're considered OGs now.
That's what I said. Outside with our shit on. You know, I got the the West Side Gun. Those who know, you know. And some Jordans on too, but we ain't worry about all that shit. And that's the Fit Check for your motherfucking ass. Yeah, hell yeah. Where we at? Let's pod. Let's fucking pod. God damn it. Hot take. That's why I said let's pod, yo. All right, man. Hot take, Nichole and the boys. Jordan OG. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, the women's size Jordan OG. I'm just as tough though. But yeah, hot take. Nichole and the boys, yo. You know what my hot take is?
What's that?
My fucking hot take is you, earlier this week, you and your motherfucking passwords, yo. So, Nichole Notepad, right? We out here doing old nigga shit or grown folk business, paying these motherfucking taxes and shit. While niggas got tax time, we paying taxes. And paying some property tax. Somehow I got locked out of my shit, couldn't find out where it was or whatever. And I ended up, resetting my shit, calling niggas up, and they got to reset it. So all of a sudden, Nichole thinking about doing my taxes, she's like, what's your password? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I got 1 million passwords in my head right now. I can't tell you all. And anyway.
No, I asked you, would you change your password?
Did you change your password? Because I told you where it was. I'm like, yo, first and foremost, I ain't know you had my shit. Second and most importantly, you better ask a nigga. And third, and most disrespectful, I don't know what else to say. But when I looked at her phone, she was like, I got your motherfucking password right here. And I saw letters, then I saw emojis. And then I saw more letters and more emojis. And I was like, this bitch writing the motherfucking Hyro goddamn glyphics like a motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck this is supposed to mean? I'm supposed to put the emojis in? Because I ain't never seen an emoji character when I put in motherfucking passwords in. I got 100 different passwords. And she started just writing shit. I mean, like, sounding the letters out. And they said, this mean that. And you got to know what that is. I'm like, with the, you were sounding about like CARY. And then this is this. Okay? And then you look at the cupcakes with the pony on there, that mean that. And if you look farther, you'll see the high five emoji with a 100 sign. That mean this. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? So that was my goddamn hot take. I'm like, Nichole, you got some fucking problem. You got a lot of time and problem.
Like, for instance, for the kids,
I might gotta pee.
For the kids switch. Well, go ahead while I'm talking. So for the kids switches, you know, their Nintendo Switches, they have to have a password for like their account, so that I know which is which, and nobody else knows when they're if they happen to look in my notes. I have a emoji of like a switch on like the boards or whatever. So I have that picture, and then I have a coded way for the username, and then I have a coded way for the password, which might consist of emojis. It might be something where like I am letting myself know that something is uppercase, so I might have a arrow going up, or if it's lowercase, I might have an arrow going down. So you got to decode my notes to know my passwords, and you got to know me or my family to know what the fuck I'm talking about. So you know, it's makes it easy for me because I have to know all the kids' passwords and shit. So, back to you.
You know, God forbid, I was thinking about that when I was using the toilet. I said, God forbid Nichole get dementia. That bitch gonna go crazy trying to figure that shit out. You're gonna be like, what is this shit? It's gonna be crazy as fuck, yo. So hopefully you don't get dementia.
If I have dementia, I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna be putting no passwords in anyway.
You gonna be like, can he do this for me? I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. On to the next thing. I'm gonna fuck with you hard. I'm telling you, you gonna hate me. I might be a different nigga every motherfucking day. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna just go with it. Ain't a movie called Just Go With It? I'm gonna just go with it. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna call you somebody different every day. It's gonna be crazy as hell. I don't know how. It's gonna be weird. You know that, right?
No, it's not.
Why it ain't?
Because you just thinking about, oh, I get to fuck with her and everything. But in actuality, like, if that were to happen to me, I might not know who you are at all. I might not know who our kids are. And it would be heartbreaking for you.
Because I'm telling you, I'm going to fuck with you. You know, Nichole, I'm black. You know what that mean? Niggas laugh they fucking pain away. I'm going to find a way. It's gonna be a day maybe I'll be real sad. Be like, damn, I can't believe she don't fuck with me. She don't know who I am. But it's gonna be like plenty more days which is like, man, I can't put myself through that shit again, so I'm just gonna fuck with her every fucking day. It's gonna be weird, yo. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a different fucking instance every time you see me. You're gonna be like, this nigga. This, you know how like in video games you change to, you go to a different part of the game.
Come to me as Blank Man, and then you're gonna come to
me. It's gonna be wild shit. Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Old ass Blank Man.
Holy needy neighbor, Kimberly. Where's J5? I'm gonna be fucking with you, yo. You can be like, I don't know what J5 is. Go get him. Manelli, you're going down. You could be like, oh my God. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be fucking with you every day. You're gonna be like, oh my God.
Why are you wishing dementia on me though?
I'm not wishing it on you. I'm just telling you, worst case scenario.
Like you're claiming that shit.
Man, I'm just saying.
You having dementia.
I'm just saying. So worst case scenario. To those who know me, who grew up with me, they be like, yo, you say some wild shit and don't even think about it. And like, I don't know. I guess I'm getting back to that again. That's when I was Hoggie. That little sliver of a moment. I guess I'm back to being me.
I say some wild shit.
I'm just saying, worst case scenario.
I say some wild shit.
Oh, what you mean?
I told a motherfucker before his daddy should have swallowed him. And then somebody said, damn, that was fucked up. I thought about what I said. I said, damn, it was, but I meant it.
God damn, Nichole.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
God. You mean as hell. I mean, I don't even know how to say that other than your ass just fucking mean. With that being said, Nichole on the boards, yo. Hot off the press, hot off the motherfucking presses, yo. I'm gonna have to get some Theraflu this week. Okay? Get this camera or that camera? I think it's this one.
One straight on.
Okay, I'm gonna get some Theraflu this week, yo. Because we got big things fucking popping. A lot of shit coming up. Yeah, Theraflu, maybe a lot of sunlight. Emergency. I'm gonna get all them shits tomorrow, yo. I mean, they might give me cancer, but I'm not gonna be sick the next weekend, right? Because next fucking weekend, y'all, we're gonna be out here. We're gonna be outside. That's when you say, with our shit on.
Oh, I ain't never.
With our shit on. But shout out. Shout out to the Urban Gems Tour, man. And this is the Urban Gems Tour. And it's the Dirt Road Tour, starring Pro Dillinger, man, and friends. And this goddamn tour got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's more coming, yo. But this shit got goddamn 5 legs on this tour, man. And all I'm saying is your ass better be where the fuck you need to be, man. And the first leg is gonna start off in Richmond, Virginia, man. And this is, like I said, the Dirt Road Tour, starring Pro Dillinger and friends. The first one is gonna be the 22nd, Nichole on the boards. You know what I'm saying? That's home team. This is the 22nd in Richmond, Virginia. Shout out to RVA. Urban Gems and did it in motherfucking again, man. And like I said, he bringing some friends with him, man. So the first leg is gonna be in Richmond, Virginia, and this is specifically called the Dirt Chronicles, right? And this is gonna be starring Pro Dillinger, Monday Night, Jay from Jers, Cameron Bahini, and I mean featuring a whole other list of names I'm gonna name, man. And shout out. Because a couple of these motherfuckers was on Music Spotlight, man. And that's crazy as hell, man. But yeah, shout out to one half of the Crew Live Entertainment, man. And shout out to Mr. Nobody from Nowhere, man. Jerome did you right. Mr. Nobody from Nowhere. And also Freaky Keys, man. Give him a round of applause. And like I said, they Crew Love Entertainment, man. Also, Mr. fucking De Niro himself, man. Shout out. Shout out to the Real G's, man. And we ain't playing the Nichole on the board song yet, man. Shout out to the Real G's. He gonna be in the motherfucking building, man. And I know the set gonna be crazy, man, because he just dropped the album as well. That After De Niro, man. Another one with no skips. I'm just gonna say that, man. For real, man.
I got my fingers crossed that he gonna perform my song.
Oh shit! Yeah, hey, hell yeah! Shout out. Also, Mr. Nobody from Nowhere dropped the EP too as well. Nichole and the boys, yo. Okay. And I ain't even tell you that, yo. Yeah, and I've been fucking like, oh shit. And so hey, he gonna be in the building too, yo. And like, it's love for Crew Love Entertainment too, man. Them dudes, they got that. Like I said, they got that Tribe Called Quest. Like, it's they fucking style's tight. Shit tight. It's hot fire. Oh yeah, but yeah. And that's the Dirt Chronicles, y'all. That's gonna be Saturday. This coming weekend, man. Saturday the 22nd of March, man. Richmond, Virginia, man. It's gonna be the RVA BOOMBOX, right? And it's gonna be at 6 West CARY Street, and that's right off the alley in Richmond, Virginia, man. And that's the RVA BOOMBOX, man. And also it's some motherfucking beat sets, man, that I ain't gonna tell y'all shit about. And y'all can get y'all tickets, you know, at the bottom of the screen right here, man. Also in the link in the description, man. And yeah, it's just like that. And then the second leg, Nichole on the boards, yo. The second leg is gonna be in goddamn it's gonna stay in VA, I think, another week. And that's gonna be in, let me see, is it Roanoke? I gotta double check. But the next show is gonna be on the 29th, and that's the Cold Brew Coffee Pot. And that's gonna be Pro Dillinger, Poe Mac, Bub Styles, Il Poe, Lady Joe Chubbs, Jamel Honesty, and also, like I said, some beat sets going out there as well, man. And like I said, y'all can get the tickets at the bottom of the motherfucking screen here, man. And it is going to be in Roanoke, Virginia. That's going to be at 2902 Brambleton Avenue, and that's in Southwest or Roanoke, man. Like I said, get your motherfucking tickets. And that's the cold brew at the coffee pot, yo. And that's the second leg of the motherfucking tour. If I give y'all the third leg, man, it's gonna get insane, man. But shout out. Cause I told y'all, clear the air, you know what I'm saying? We got them wings down, Nichole and the boys. Ain't that many planes been falling out the motherfucking air and shit. Or we might just drive. But I ain't never been to New York. And Urban Gems presents Big Trouble in the Big fucking city, yo. What?
We going to get some Jamaican beef patties. And we going to go get some curry chicken.
All right, that's a bet. Okay, yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, in New York, yo, like the Big Trouble in the Big City, man. This gonna be hosted by my main man, Mr. Corrupted Conversations himself, man, Mr. Henry motherfucking Blanco, man. Yeah, and that's gonna be on April 4th, yo. And that's starring, like I said, Pro Dillinger, NYM LO. Shout out to Money Inc. Entertainment, man. Snotty Friday Night featuring Nitty Blanco, Bub Styles, Ox Omni. Oh, he was damn sure in RVA too. And a list of other fucking artists, man. I can keep going, man. But shout out to those the first 3 legs, man. So if y'all haven't tapped in already, man, tap in at Urban Gems, man, on IG, man. Shout out to my man Jay the Jeweler. He, one of the ones that facilitated this shit. Probably, I think he is the one that facilitated this shit, man. So yeah, shout out to brother, man, and salute, man, for doing something, positive, man. And I mean, it's a whole list of other shit that this guy does, man. But like, I'm inspired, to have somebody, my circle of influence that's highly, highly, highly motivated and ambitious, man, and know the game, yo. And not only that, man, the dude's genuine, man. And when I say that, like, he's solid. There's a lot of cats out here that's doing the same shit that he do, man, but he show love, you know what I'm saying? And I'm real big on, people that don't really gatekeep and shit like that. And that dude's one of the fucking ones, man. So, like I said, mark your motherfucking calendars, man, for the Urban Gems tour, man. And I said, this the Dirt Road tour. The first 3 legs, I didn't get y'all the dates, man. The first one's going to be in Richmond, Virginia on the 22nd, this coming weekend. Next one's going to be in Roanoke on the 29th. Brooklyn, New York on the 4th of April. Baltimore on the 5th, man. And come on. We here to clear that motherfucking air. I don't know how we going to do this shit. Yeah. I mean, god damn, back to back the shooters. But yeah, shout out to Urban Gems, man. Jay the Jeweler, man. And it's about the artists, first and foremost, the culture and the lifestyle. And Jay the Jeweler, I'm gonna have to fuck with you, dog. So I ended up fucking my fronts up in my crazy ass weekend I had. And that's a whole different story. So I got some more in the way. But I'm gonna definitely have to link up with, we're gonna have to talk, yo. I think I need to, clear the air or something. I need, Nichole and the boys. Mm-hmm. Something like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Something official, man. I definitely want to, go to a trusted source, man, and see what Urban Gems got to offer, man. It's just like that, man. So y'all tap in. With that being said, Nichole and the boys, man, I try to told you the way this podcast shit, work. Every time I open this podcast, there's always some. It's when you say hot fire, yo. She looks lost, as she always does. And
you don't be warning me that when you say something, this is what I'm supposed to say.
You got it. Yeah. See, ain't no business.
I can't always read your mind.
What nigga say, yo? Ain't no business like show business. I ain't saying this show business, but sometimes you got to be able to, when the moment come, you got to seize the moment. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might got to just ad-lib a little bit or whatever. I'm just fucking with you. I like to throw you on the spot, see what you're going to do. I wish sometimes I had control to the boys because I'll just bump the camera back on you, see what you're doing. And you be like, oh shit, the camera's on me. I'm scared. Just to see what you do. But yeah, every time I open this fucking laptop, y'all, there's always hot fire. Right? And I told my man, Jay the Jeweler, that, I'm going to probably need a chain or something, man. And, if I get a chain, it's got to be, something that's got some weight to it. You know what I mean? Like, I got a couple of necklaces that's real. You know what I'm saying? But I want to jump the sound different. And with this being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Twin2ition presents Clear the Motherfucking Air. Another one. World premiere, man. And that's premiere, world, premiere. Clear the Air, Twin2ition presents Clear the Air music spotlight. And this song is a tight one, right, Nichole on the boards. And I mentioned the third leg of the tour gonna be in New York, right? And this one artist, dude, I wouldn't say he's up and coming, cause the nigga hot. The lyrics, the nigga talk that talk, really live like the streets, and they got that swag on a million. And I met her through another cat, to go by the name of 183rd. And I told y'all about Money Inc., right? And I said, this Money Inc., man, this shit tight. Like I grew up on this sound. And like when it was outside, you know what I mean? And when I heard this second EP they got, it's called Money Inc. Millionaires Volume 2. And it's NYM LO and 183rd, man. And this track right here is called Chain Swing, man. And this is from the Money Inc. Millionaires Volume 2. Let that shit rock, yo.
Yeah. You hear that chain swinging, nigga? Kilo on the neck, 6 figures. Flooded medallions and all that. Christian Dior icon shirt. Polo camos, Rick Owens.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Hey, yo, cuz, turn me up a little bit. Loud.
These niggas don't move me, it behooves me to let you know my life is a movie filled with jewelry and loose leaf. Colorful 2 seats, ain't no hoopties. Pretty bitches in my jacuzzi, sipping Vouv Click. Came up chopping raw blocks of sushi, bust the square down like a Lucy. Niggas say they got ops and keep burners, but I call that impossible burgers. Cause if your family ain't dying, then is it true beef? See, I heard they steamed his brother when they couldn't find him. In case he forgot it was lit, they just had to remind him. Big horse, so is Gucci on my blinders, monogram on my visor, and Dior on my toddler. Can't take it with me, so these hundreds, I be blowing them. Debt free, but when it come to Rick, I be owing him. Yeah, you know I'm him. Like my pant leg is too long, they slept on me now. Look, I'm too strong. Bullets fold them up like a futon. Chicken Cesar, sprinkling Parmesan, all on my croutons. You lukewarm, I'm hot. One of the many millionaires from my block. That's why they call it Money Ave, and I'm low money bags. Different color rag could end you up in trouble fast. Talk down and try to double back, it won't be none of that. 1500 for the runners, nigga, cause I'm running rap. From the same town, they send ransom notes with a thumb attached. Wherever we hit, they throw salt, that's where we slugging at. Harlem niggas get to the money, I know she loving that. Shorty got me tapping my pockets like where my rubbers at. Judge, I'm just a young thug, I'm never gonna rap. Third, give me another beat, because I'm done with that.
Love. You know I'm a Harlem nigga, right? Can't nobody talk that shit better than I do. My hands is fucked up right now. I got calluses from popping all them champagne bottles. I got paper cuts from counting all this fucking money. I gotta sit my hand in ice every fucking night to prove my love. It's the big fucking horse, nigga. Kilo on my neck and a German in front of Jacks. Y'all know who really getting this cash, nigga. It's Money Inc.
Could I please have more, sir?
Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Chain Swing by NYM LO and 183rd, man. This is the Money Inc. Hey, man. And like I said before, y'all, like to shout out, you know what I'm saying, all the artists that we spotlighted on Music Spotlight, man. And that's, calling all the artists out there that's up and coming as well. If your shit tight, like I said before, Nichole on the boards, if it's hot fire, if you want to be featured on our show, just send us a DM for further details, or I might stumble upon it, like I do a whole lot of shit. And I might reach out to you. My people might talk to your people. You might talk to me. And we here to clear the air, y'all. And just like that. And like I said, shout out again. Shout out again. To all the artists and producers. Shout out to my main man, my cuz Bernie Burns, which I heard in the intro. Eco Ecclesi, Lunatic, Willie Skate, The Uncanny Sega, Charles Heron, Queen Dopamine, DDA Tink, Bless Picasso, Crew Love Entertainment, Scary Hour, G's, China Streets, 183rd, Amir Driver, now NYM LO. Hey, man. For the money is millionaires, man. Shout out to all y'all. And all y'all that's out there working in y'all gifts, man, and talents, man. Shout out to all y'all that's believing in yourselves, man. We here to clear the motherfucking air. And it's just like that, man. And just I wanted to kind of really stay on fucking rap Nichole on the boards. And yo ass, yeah. Race check. Nichole on the boards. 'Cause I saw your head down over there. They didn't know what the fuck you was doing.
The address to the place.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Race check. Nichole on the boards, and this is rap related. You ready?
No.
All right, so that means yes. All right. And the question is, let me get 15 seconds. 15 seconds, please, on the clock. All right. Because we're watching the hell out of Family Feud, so I'm trying to give my game show host questions right, okay? And this is, who was the first rapper to have a hit song by just asking questions? Nichole on the boards.
Is it main? Well, I guess it would be mainstream.
Right. Let's throw a name out there.
You know I don't be knowing nobody's name.
Throw a name
Even if
out
I
there.
heard the song,
Just throw
I
a
wouldn't
name.
know who the fuck said it.
So the question, ladies and
So if
gentlemen.
you want me to just throw a name out
Throw
there,
a name out
Jay-Z.
there. Jay-Z. All right. And the question is, who was the first rapper to have a hit song by
Nas.
just asking questions? Jay-Z or Nas? And the answer is employed in Black History Fact, Nichole on the boards. And this the fact is that Mr. Juvenile was the first rapper to make a hit song by just asking questions. Could you name that song?
You said Juvenile?
Mm-hmm. You a paper chaser, you got your block on fire, you handing in your bed. And that was Juvenile Nichole on the boards, man. How you know that one?
Because I haven't heard the song in probably 20 years.
Oh, here she go being old and shit. Okay.
I mean,
but
honestly, like, Juvenile didn't even come to my fucking brain.
really? Damn. Yeah, I would have thought of at least two songs. One would have been Juvenile, huh? And the other one would have been Jadakiss Why. Two songs. Came out in your generation.
Okay, but you know who sings what songs and shit. I don't.
Sing and rap, two different things, girl.
Sing, rap, whatever.
No. Don't do them like that. All right, goddamn it. And that's
Where you
respectful.
find your glasses at?
Where I find these frames at? In my vacation bag, yo. I was like, what?
So you found all the other ones?
Nope. I ain't found the other ones I was looking for, man. But yeah, the police hoes. I was like, damn, let me get the colorblind joints out. But yeah, that was race check, ladies and gentlemen. Nichole didn't get it right. For those of y'all who got it right, hit that subscribe button, man. Tell a friend that these niggas are doing some wild shit, man. They even got a game show in the middle of the motherfucking podcast. How the fuck they do that? Where they do that at? They do that at here. And that's Twin2ition presents Clear the motherfucking Air. And it's just like that. And the reason why we created this podcast, Nichole on the boards, is really to self-assess, right? And, to have black men, have their mental health and well-being be put to the forefront. And it's just basically start off as a conversation, right? And you'd be surprised on how much weight that you're bearing by not talking about this shit, right? And I'm not a real big proponent on talking about, you know, stuff, but in the same token, like being able to converse versus, you know, talk just to talk, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's on the Xbox or you at work, what's up, motherfucker? Yeah, it's Tuesday. You're going to see me tomorrow and tell me it's Wednesday, good morning. You know what I'm saying? But to be able to talk and self-assess, you know what I'm saying? And we here to clear the air, man. And in the midst of this weekend, you know, I'm not a real big on interviews and stuff. And I happened to watch an interview that really caught my attention. And I wanted to shout out the Pivot Podcast, man. And, you know, and being I done did this podcast shit, I didn't stop watching podcasts. But I watched this podcast because it had somebody that I was, you know, very fond of and, you know, and intrigued in what they had to say. And I wanted to shout out Mr. Captain America himself, Mr. Anthony Mackie, man. Had a great interview to the point where you were doing some shit and you were listening to the joint. I was like, damn, this shit must really be legit because Nichole ain't put her phone out. She listened to the motherfucking interview. I'm listening to the joint too. But he had some real shit to say. And a lot of people have been saying a lot about what he had to say. And I think he was speaking some real fucking truths, yo. Like, and Twin2ition presents Clear the Air gonna be a platform like that real soon, right? But what he said was, you know, one of the things he said was, hey, American masculinity has been declining for the last 20 motherfucking years. And like the yes sirs, no sirs, yes ma'am, you know, a man being able to be a fucking man, you know what I'm saying, has been declining for a while. And of course, you know, he just said, you know, for whatever reason or another, and we can all go down that fucking rabbit hole, right? But the dude said some real shit when it came to that. And it was, you know, good to hear somebody that, you know, really bigging us up and representing us. And he also went about, you know, different conversations of him being where he was. And he wanted to say, you know, something about success. And when he said that, I was like, he got some validity to that shit. Because of the conversation we had last week, Nichole and the boys, with Willie Skate, when I was like, man, I'm with the fucking American Idol nigga. I ain't saying I'm the best nigga in the room, but I walk like, talk like, think like, breathe like the best nigga in the room. And when I perform, when I put my shit on, like, I feel like that nigga too, because I am that nigga. And it's just like that. But when I did this American Idol shit, and I lost to a Christmas tree, I was like, this shit fake. You know what I'm saying? And if niggas can write their own fucking narrative on how to do shit and who to put through, then I know it's predetermined. Just like y'all top 10s and all this other shit or whatever. But he said something and it went to the frame of...
Been in the business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go from one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all this. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. And I think that's a big problem in our community. We tell our kids that they can, and this is fresh on my heart, like I literally just came to this conclusion last night. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all. There were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster. But somebody said, you're the one. And the other 50 behind you fell off. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And because of that, I don't know what that emotion or that feeling is the scary thing. Because I went to all the programs. I've done Broadway. I've done off-Broadway. I've been in the business 24 years. I've been in 2 Academy Award films. I've done independent films. I've done major motion pictures. Now I'm Captain America. So now what?
That's some wild shit, yo. Like, can you imagine a nigga like that being in his stature, yo? Where it's like, I did all the shit. And I know what the struggle is. And now I don't know if I'm the next nigga up or whatever by default or whatever the fuck y'all want to call it, but I don't know what that feeling feel like, man. And that's a crazy feeling to have. You know what I'm saying? A nigga who know what the struggle is. Went through the fucking, like nigga say he went for 24 fucking years, been doing this shit. And now he really getting a look. And we fucking with a nigga from what? Pain and Gain, Tupac movie and shit. Was like, damn, this nigga did a horrible job at Tupac, but the nigga did the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, yo, that's a conversation that we, you know, all need to have. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, myself and my partners, man, shout out to everybody that I work with, man. I ain't gonna really name names and no specifics, man, but like, we gotta be able to create our own. You know what I'm saying? And not have to be picked in theirs, but have our own. Once again, we had our own at one point in time, man. And I want y'all to do the research on that. But I thought that was, you know, that conversation he had was needed to be had. And what other better stage, yo? You know what I'm saying? Where you got to seek to find the fucking content. And, you know, so I'm a real big proponent of not, you know, holding on the keys to success or the secret to success, man. When you realize how powerful you are, and that's to all y'all out there watching, listening, and learning from this podcast, man. Like when you know how powerful you are and you really realize in this moment in time, this instance in time, like it's it. Like you get one shot at this shit right here. You're going to be able to take a fucking leap that you never thought that you could take. And that's really what I got out of it. Just a little part of what I got out of that conversation, man. And we, like I said, we here sowing seeds, man. But yeah, I thought that interview, just check it out, man. And I don't really plug other shit on the podcast, man, but really check that out, man. Especially, you know, really mainstream shit. But I feel like everybody really need to hear that one. But did you know Nichole on the board switching gears, man? We're staying on, you know, the entertainment, but, you know, the music side. And did you know that the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show performance has over 100 million motherfucking views on YouTube? Not to mention that performance is an audio version too that I can play on, you know what I'm saying, streaming services and shit too. That's part of my motherfucking playlist. I can't wait till that bitch hit when we on the beach and the hot sand and burning my toes. I'm so goddamn drunk because I done drink 8 Mai Tais before lunchtime. And we about to eat them sandy ass motherfucking
sandwiches.
Lunch meat sandwiches on the beach. I can't wait till that shit drop.
How to make a sandwich.
I ain't gonna lie. I might do the choreography out there, motherfucker, this year. I'll make everybody mad. But yeah, that fucking Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime performance surpassed 100 million fucking views on fucking YouTube. And that was a week ago when I wrote this shit down. So it's tight. If you haven't seen it, if you're just getting out from under a fucking rock, man, go check that motherfucker out.
Super Bowl performance at the daddy-daughter dance.
Oh yeah, them kids was wild. them kids was lit. I said, God damn, I didn't go back to elementary school. My shit won't jumping like this. Damn, that shit crazy when you think about it though. When we grew up, I remember having Magic 99 playing. I guess that shit was tight back then, but I wasn't really feeling it. But the kids out here now, it was like, damn, kid, you know that song, kid. You know what that song mean?
Like that song where they was all jumping, going, beat, 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 beat.
Oh no, they were saying goddamn. They were saying fiend. That's goddamn Travis Scott song. Fiend.
They was yelling
fiend. I was like, kids, this is not for you guys. But yeah, that was crazy.
They ain't cut the cussing out in the Kendrick Lamar.
The DJ, get shout out to the motherfucking DJ for the daddy-daughter dance. That nigga put on Not Like Us, yo. And I looked at that nigga. I was like, man, fuck it. And everybody was singing the song. All the little kids, all the little girl. We had a daddy-daughter dance. So it's ain't nothing but girl. If you think about it, ain't nothing but little girls there. And like I'm telling you, I'm probably play the video some point in the fucking podcast, yo. Man, I might cut it and put this shit in there. But yeah, the fucking girls was singing the fucking song, yo. It's a daddy-daughter dance. Like when you put 2 and 2 together, all right. I know some Drake fans out there. I still listen to Drake, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Him and Party Next Door, they got some shit, some R&B shit on there. If y'all ain't fuck with it yet, but like I said, Kendrick represent us, right? But when I tell you, it was Asian, white, little Indian, Buddha, of course a little Negro kid out there singing that song fucking Beethoven. And I know y'all saw the little trends on YouTube, TikTok, with the little babies dancing to the shit. But I'm telling you, the next stage, the elementary school kids love that shit. Song came on, all the kids singing word for word.
The funniest part was when it came to the part with the A minor. Like everybody, all the little kids stopped. It was like A minor.
I'm like, yo, this.
And then they didn't move until the fucking beat dropped again.
Right.
They just started dancing.
They just started dancing.
It was too cute and funny at the same time.
And the wild part about it, yo, round of applause for that shit, yeah. Because I grew up and you grew up, Nichole, but I know you weren't really a rap fan.
Tag Kendrick Lamar in
I know you weren't a rap fan though, but I grew up and through the fucking the Bridges Over shit. I remember hearing that when I was little. Didn't know what the fuck was going on, but then fast forward 17 years later, Jay-Z and fucking Nas, Ether, you know what I mean? Fuck Jay-Z, and then Jay-Z come out with the Takeover. I'm like, but then when Kendrick came out against Drake. And I don't know what song did it for me. But this song, somehow, some way, just did something totally motherfucking different when you see Crips and Bloods dancing in the same goddamn area to this goddamn song. You know what I'm saying? Not only on the music video. Yeah, no, the Squabble Up. Not only that on the music video, but at the goddamn concert and everywhere else. Uniting niggas. Black, white, Indian, Puerto Rican, Asian, all the Negroes, all of us singing that song together in unison. I know on Super Bowl night when they sung that motherfucking song, if I could have 50, 11 million, billion, trillion cameras in everybody fucking house that was watching that shit, I guarantee you everybody was singing that shit word for word, yo.
Everybody
and that
was
is
singing it word for word, and half the motherfuckers was doing the dance.
That's what I'm saying. That's influence, man. And not only that Kendrick Lamar did that, but he being, like I said, a representative of Christ, like letting people know, like, hey, man, this is who I believe in, man. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't trying to get religious, but there's a lot of y'all out there that's in them positions, man.
God.
You know what I'm saying? They need to find them for one. And two, when you get into that position, you lose and you realize you done lost it after you done lost it because he knew you won't be able to say his name when you got there, how you got there. You know what I'm saying? And for Cuz to do what he do and how he do it and how he does, it's tough as hell, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, man. This shit tough, yo. With that being said, Nichole boys, you got anything to add, man? Before I get this shit going, Cuz. Well, no, keep it going.
I mean, not really. I got something that's just like irritating me right now, but
what's irritating you?
Y'all men are fucking lucky that y'all don't have to wear bras. Like,
wait a minute.
Like all in my
Who
armpits
are
right here,
you?
and it's like irritating me.
It's all in your armpit?
Yeah. I don't know if maybe my straps are too tight or something. I don't know.
So what happened was you pulled out the flu game bra.
I did. Well, somebody got me the flu game bra because, you know, I ain't want to be on the podcast with my sports bra coming all out my damn shirt and shit.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Had to change real quick.
Change clothes and go. Yeah, so Nichole and the boys just, that was weird. I should never ask, but I did, so it is what it is.
Y'all are lucky.
But yeah.
I guess on the other hand, we're lucky that when we get old, our balls ain't gonna drop like y'all's do.
Balls done dropped twice already.
I mean, because I guess because this person I'm about to talk about probably does not watch the podcast. I hope he doesn't. But I'm not gonna say no names. But my uncle, when I was younger, you know, this is how I know for sure that when men get older, tidy whities are needed, or boxer briefs are needed, like the snug ones, not no loose ones.
Not the open leg boxers.
No, not the open leg ones.
Not the ones get the air coming through.
Not the ones
to get the air.
That it might slip out the pee hole and everything, because you know that shit happened too. I've experienced that as well. Not with someone old. At your house.
I mean, go ahead. Elaborate what you doing. I'm just going to
when
make it
I was
odd
younger,
if I don't say nothing. But go ahead.
Know, we was all at my grandma's house, and I had an uncle that was in town, and he was sitting on the porch in a chair and sitting kind of like on the edge of the chair. And I go to sit on the actual like floor of the porch, and I sit down, then I look up, and I see my uncle's balls hanging out his fucking shorts. So I jump up and I run off the porch, right? And then my aunt comes after me and she's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I said, "Uncle, balls are hanging out his shorts," right? And my aunt goes and tells them that, "Hey, your niece just saw your balls hanging out your shorts." So from then on, like, my uncle doesn't wear those loose boxers anymore.
God damn, Nichole.
So public service announcement: when y'all men get old, start wearing them tighter drawers or boxers.
It's just like
you need
that.
to support.
So the boxers will be our support.
Yeah, you gotta get you some ball hammocks.
Hell no! Hell no!
You wear drawers that got some.
Can't have it.
You wear tidy whities.
Man, sometimes you gotta do like Hov said. You gotta let that bitch breathe. You gotta let it breathe, man. You know what I mean? You gotta think. You gotta let that shit breathe, man.
I mean,
Unc was out there. And his balls, nigga said
his balls was cool.
With
cool in
the
the
nigga from USC said my balls was hot. Nigga took his pants off.
His balls was long.
My balls was hot. No diddy. With that being said, Nichole on the board.
Body is kind of interesting.
Human body is resilient. I'm telling you, working in emergency medicine, and then, you know what I'm saying, knowing anatomy and shit like that, I ain't never think. So I'm gonna tell y'all, knowing anatomy and shit, from what I know now, yo, is like learning a language, right? Because then when I refer to people that don't know that language about the language that I know, other motherfucker look at me and be like, I don't know what he talking about. But I dumb it down. So depending upon who I'm talking to, I can dumb it down like a bitch. And they be like, oh, I ain't never think about it like that. Damn, because that's you good what you do, man. You need to be a doctor. I'm like, maybe I could be a doctor.
That's what your mama wanted you to do.
I could be, I could still be an old motherfucking doctor. I can be whatever the fuck I want to be, man. When you realize this motherfucking instance is what it is, like I said earlier. But yeah, I'm on the verge of doing some spectacular shit, professionally, publicly, and every other fucking avenue. But yeah, I try to break it down where people can understand the shit. And Nichole on the boards, man. I'm gonna go ahead and move on with the podcast because I said it's gonna be a short podcast, but it's a little lengthy and lengthier than I thought it would be, and that's great, all things considered. But you know it's that time of the year. The daylight saving times has now came, so we missed that hour. You know,
used to it now.
And it's also some good things that come with daylight savings, right? You got the birds chirping, right? You got the nice thunderstorm nights where you can go to bed to a storm and hope the fucking power don't go off. But the power do go off, you can still be comfortable. You can start your garden, Nichole on the board. You can go out shopping, you know what I'm saying, after work and it still be light outside. If you're lucky enough to be off on the weekend, you can go outside and, go somewhere. And I'm sure before you get to your first stoplight, you'll see a bunch of little girls selling motherfucking Girl Scout motherfucking cookies. So speaking of Girl Scout cookies, Nichole on the boards, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? We talked about that shit earlier this week about Girl Scout cookies.
I have two favorites.
What?
My favorites would be the Samoas, which I want to say they changed the name. I don't think they're called Samoas anymore. I think they're Coconut Delights or some shit.
Oh,
like
because
that.
of the fucking that race shit. But they did that shit when they did the Redskin shit.
Thin Mints.
And Thin Mints, word. Hell yeah. Mine's had to be the peanut butter jumps. What are they? Do-si-dos? What are Do-si-dos? Tagalong. What are they called?
Tagalongs or Do-si-dos.
I think they were Do-si-dos, man. Those are my favorite. But the wild part about the whole Girl Scout cookie thing is that like they're just being wild spots. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like drug dealers a little bit. And they always try to solicit the fuck out you when you all buy them and shit.
You know what I don't understand?
What's up? What's up?
Which they need to fucking do.
What?
Instead of having these little kids sitting outside the grocery store, sitting outside on the corner somewhere, like a
Random
drug dealer,
corners.
like you
No,
said.
that's like a
right?
fucking, like, I'm like 2 for
Why
$5.
the fuck they don't make this shit online?
That's true. Hey, that's a good suggestion.
Come into the new fucking age.
And I think
Like if they gotta sell cookies, have them have some sort of link, like how when they do the fundraiser at school.
the shit like dope though, ain't it?
How like the kids have a link for them to get people to buy the shit.
But the shit like dope. Like, it's
What do you mean
crazy
it's like
because
dope?
like you get them something like money and then you get something in return and you're not in a brick and mortar. It's like, damn, this nigga selling me these cookies outside. Outside. That could be the name of the podcast, yo. With shit. But niggas be outside, right? You don't never see them in a building in a place like, hey, I'm selling Girl Scout cookies. They always outside. Rain, sleet, hail, or snow. High winds. They out there showing you they fucking badges or buttons.
So
and they're selling cookies.
You like the ones that's like the
peanut butter, yo.
the ones that's like the what's the cookies you like? The nutter
butter, yeah. Like
nutter
those.
butter cookies.
Yeah.
Those are
No
peanut
diddy.
butter sandwich cookies. That's what
Yep.
they call it now.
That's
Then
crazy.
you got peanut butter patties. And then you got adventure folds that are all peanut butter type shit.
That's crazy. So, did you know this, Nichole on the board, since we talking about Girl Scouts and Girl Scout cookies? But according to USA Today, and this is published on March the 13th, the Girl Scouts have been hit with a lawsuit over allegedly heavy metal toxins in its motherfucking Girl Scout cookies. I said, well, we had to clear the motherfucking air, man. And this is according to USA Today, man. A New York woman has filed a lawsuit against the Girl Scouts of America, alleging their cookies contain harmful levels of heavy metals and pesticides. The Girl Scouts maintain that their cookies are safe and adhere to all food safety standards set by the FDA and the EPA. The organization states that trace amounts of heavy metals and glyphosate can be found naturally in foods and do not pose a health risk. And that going to show me that I think we got the worst food. We might get the best tasting food, but as far as our food being food, I don't really think the food being food. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense? Makes sense. And so yeah, the lawsuit was filed in a federal court by Miss Amy Mayo on Monday. She claimed that the Girl Scouts of America, alongside with the cookie manufacturers of Ferrero USA and Interbake Foods, are selling cookies containing heavy metals and toxins, man. And they said that
that's why they so expensive. You got to pay for the metals.
They said 100. Yeah, look, they said 100. That's why Trump probably want to get them precious resources from Ukraine. They said 100% of the cookies tested contain aluminum, arsenic, cadmium, lead, mercury, and that 13 cookies were positive for high levels of glyphosate herbicide, which is typically used to kill motherfucking weeds, man. So I'm just saying, if you love your Girl Scout cookies, man, hey, do what you do, how you do it, or how we do it, right? But it's crazy how they sell this shit, and then you look at the numbers on us black folk being the most empathetic, probably being the most ones to put some money out into this shit, and then we wonder why we got cancers and shit like that, man. And like I said, I just wanted to get y'all cognizant to some real spill, man. You know, That's why I really changed over to organic. But now nigga can throw a label on something to say organic, and you like, I don't know about that, because I got a fucking bundle of goddamn bananas in the kitchen, man, that's been green for 2 goddamn weeks. It's still hard. I'm like, oh, now they turning brown. So I don't know what the fuck they feeding us, y'all, out here in these streets, man. But like I said, we just here to clear the goddamn air. That's it. Just clear the air.
They printed bananas.
I don't know. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. But it's crazy. But that being said, Nichole and the boys, man, anything you wanted to add?
Banana pudding with that.
Did that surprise you? I know. Remember the banana pudding we made with the fucking shit?
No, those were some ripe ass regular bananas.
But that ain't got a bite
like
to them.
still green, and that motherfucker was horrible.
When your molars hit the back together and you eating something, it's like, yeah, something ain't right. Something ain't right with this shit. Because usually I don't even chew it that much. If I got to hit the back of my teeth together, got to hit, then I know something ain't right. Anything you want to add, Nichole, on the board?
I mean, I kind of peeped game on the location for next weekend.
Oh, okay. You doing homework?
Yeah, I think we might got to be there early.
Oh, yeah, because they said to jump off the alley, so you're going to have to be there early with the equipment. So get there early.
We got to bring your equipment and shit. We going to have to be there early.
That's true, man. Shout out to Urban Gyms, man. With that being said, man, let's keep the podcast going.
See, I'm a bad boy on the corner, so move from on ya, cause I'm dangerous. Dangerous. See.
Ladies and gentlemen, every time you hear that sound, man, shout out to Bird to Levy, man. That's one of my favorite songs, man. Tell me who wanna fuck with us. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, I bang. And let your fucking brains hang, snitches. Hey, Nicky Bones for hitting my mom, letting the corner pop. Nigga, I was born in the drop. Coke boiling the pot. Shake the feds. Oh, let me stop. Bad boy. Shout out to that shit. I didn't think I can hold that goddamn Shine Poe voice for a little while. Hopefully it sound alright. If it sound alright, give me a thumbs up. Alright, okay, baby. But yeah, shout out to Burn to Living. But anytime you hear that sound, y'all, that is Black history that you did not know. And I do a good job, extensive work on this homework I do. And I wanted to ask you, Nichole and the boys, man, even though we are now right in the month of March, it's always Black history on Clear the Air, and it's just like that.
Oh, hold on, time out. Being that you said we're in the middle of March, and we're not gonna be doing no podcast before. Fuck a damn March Madness. I don't give a fuck about March Madness.
That shit going on right now, girl.
I don't give a fuck about March Madness.
You don't do me like that.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Go ahead, though.
Like I was saying, shout out to my niece.
Okay. Okay. Baby girl. She the eldest.
Yep, she the oldest on my side of the family. She'll be 19. And she graduated high school, went straight to work. And she is a behavioral health technician, I think it is. So my niece Kendra is doing her thing. Her birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. So I want to give my baby a shout out and tell her happy birthday. And I love you. And keep doing big things.
Let's go, Kendra.
Auntie love you.
Shout out to Kendra, man. Yeah, I love me. Remember, she's a little goo-goo gaga. You know
what that means too, though, right?
What?
If Kendra 19, we've been together 19 years.
All right, chill, God. So back to the Black history we did not know. Baby. All right, you're right. But back to the Black history we did not know. Nichole on the boards. Have you ever heard about Lumpkin's jail?
When I returned to Virginia, we moved to Richmond. One of the first places I came down to was this spot where I'm standing. A friend of mine, a fraternity brother, invited me to meet him here. the Devil's Half Acre. This was the most notorious spot in Virginia. It's a breeding farm of enslaved people called Lumpkin's Jail. And Robert Lumpkin, who had purchased this place, was known for his excessive cruelty of public whippings. He had a whipping room in the jail, but he had public whippings. And he, as part of his breeding practices, would have the men wear hoods so they couldn't see who they were being bred with. Because it could be a niece, cousin, aunt, sister, even a mother. This is how sick this person was. Some 300,000 people were bought and sold and bred through here. The Devil's Half Acre. The James River Institute for Archaeology, under contract with the city of Richmond, conducted a phase of archaeological investigation of Lumpkin Jail Complex. And they did unearth quite a bit. And through daguerreotypes and written word and so forth, they're able to reconstruct on a 3D model what it would look like, because there were images. And so this is what it was. Building 1 is where his family lived. Number 2 is right here's the hotel and taverns where they entertained potential enslavers, buyers. Next to that, building 3 was the kitchen to help feed the visitors and his family. And building 4 was separated by the site by an 8-foot elevation change and confined behind a tall fence topped with spikes. And the prisoners there endured severe corporal punishment, starvation, and deplorable living conditions. If you managed to live through those conditions, you were sold, but you were also used for breeding. And this was a program that was done to increase profits, because again, there was more money in people than there were in the land itself. There was more money held in the bodies of enslaved people, enslaved African Americans, than there was gold in the country at the time. In fact, human beings were used as capital for mortgages. So one of the stories is told by Charles Henry Stevens, who describes the treatment of a captured fugitive slave named Anthony Burns. He wrote this record, and it's pretty indicative of the treatment. And so I want to read that for you, of what was said. He said, "Here he was destined to suffer for 4 months such revolting treatment as the vilest felons never undergo, and such as only revengeful slaveholders can inflict. The place of his confinement was a room only 6 or 8 feet square in the upper story of the jail, which was accessible only through a trap door. He was allowed neither bed nor air. A rude bench fastened against the wall and a single coarse blanket were the only means of repose. After entering his cell, the handcuffs were not removed, but in addition, fetters were placed upon his feet. In this manacled condition, he was kept during the greater part of his confinement. The torture which he suffered in consequence was excruciating. The gripe of the irons impeded the circulation of his blood, made hot and rapid by the stifling atmosphere, and caused his feet to swell enormously. The flesh was worn from his wrists, and when the wounds had healed, there remained broad scars as perpetual witnesses against his owner. The fetters also prevented him from removing his clothes by day or night, and no one came to help him. The indecency resulting from such a condition is too revolting for description or even thought. His room became more foul and noisome than the hovel of a brute. Loathsome creeping things multiplied and rioted in the filth." So what became of the Devil's Half Acre after the Civil War? Well, Lumpkin's wife Mary, who was a former slave herself, leased the land to Nathaniel Culver, a Baptist minister, who created a theological school for the formerly enslaved, who literally had to walk over the rings in the ground to which enslaved people were chained to be whipped. The school continued to grow and became the Culver Institute, and eventually the Richmond Theological Seminary. At which point, they moved to a new location and took on the name Virginia Union University, a former prison for enslaved people, a former breeding farm of enslaved people, was now an HBCU.
That's crazy. That shit got some hella motherfucking history, right? And we grew up, you know what I'm saying, on the plot in Petersburg, on the plot of the war ground of the Battle of Fort Henry, right? And that's a whole nother story too as well, dealing with slavery and shit. And it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy for one and two things. For y'all who just watched the fucking video on YouTube, there was a white dude that was a fucking Q-dog that was talking about the shit, which was weird as fuck. But the whole ordeal, the whole situation was crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? And to know the sacrifices that our ancestors have made. You know what I'm saying? For us to be in this position right now, Nichole and the boys, to be
tribulations they went through.
Right. To be sitting in these fucking chairs right here on this podcast, delivering this information. You know what I'm saying? We can also go back before the slave time to the children of Israel that were slaves in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm quite sure they kind of still look like us. You know what I mean? But to be really sitting in this room, having this conversation, you know, looking at it all full circle. And like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, when you realize that this right here is just the one fucking chance you get. And for so many other people out there that's my age right now, that's younger than me, that's older than me, that's got breath in their fucking body right now, that's taking this shit for granted. And the ones who had the same opportunity as of life, not opportunity as what they could do in their life, but as of life being breathed into them, they had to live through that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's crazy as fuck when I sit there and think about it. And I don't really trying to get deep, but when I sit there and think about it, and I'm like, I can only imagine if motherfuckers came in here right now and I had to try to endure that shit. I don't know how long I will fucking last. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they could do that shit nowadays.
But it's crazy, right? To when you think about it. And I saw this little comedy
It'd be
thing.
Crazy because on some real shit, you know, if some shit were to happen like that nowadays, you got too many minorities that would come together. So on some real shit, the white people will fuck around and be the ones that be slaves.
Well, no, yeah, well, I understand that.
Because like the Hispanics, the Asians, the Indians, the blacks, everybody would come together because at the end of the day, the white people don't want anybody but white people here for real.
That's what I'm saying. But the niggas that won't from here brought some niggas that won't from here and made them property. You know what I'm saying? And the niggas that won't from here took this land from niggas that was already here. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And Paul Mooney, or R.I.P. Paul Mooney, the comedian, he had a conversation on one of them comedy specials he had back in the day. Not back in the day. It was most recent history to me. Because the late Paul Mooney. But he had a conversation about people around that time that were so happy. You know what I'm saying? White people in general around that time. And not to say that all people are, you know, bad, but those people that really partaked in this shit. He said the only time white people were happy, man, is when they owned us. They were smiling in their pictures. Be happy as hell. And then when they realized they couldn't own us, that's when they started to go down. And that was his whole simile on, you know, bringing it out there as far as the race relations and shit like that. Like we were property. And I saw this also earlier this week. I don't know if my algorithm is changing or whatever, but I saw it earlier this week, and it was on a different fucking platform. And the guy was saying, man, like the people of that time, man, you know, your ancestors, in out of respect, man, regardless of whatever that fucking flag y'all look at, the Confederate flag represent to y'all, it represent fucking savages, man. You know what I'm saying? To rip a fucking family apart. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't look like you. To chastise them and shit.
Force people to be damn, what's the word? Incest and shit.
Right, yeah.
Like, because they would cover their faces up so they didn't know who they were being bred with, and it could be their fucking niece.
Yeah, this shit's crazy, yo.
Their sister.
And when you think about it, and like I said, like, and we rarely had conversations like this on the podcast, but I mean, like, at the end of the day, somebody out there that's listening to this shit, that's watching it, that don't know, or has been oblivious to the shit. Like, it ain't fucking fiction. It ain't a fucking DVD that you pull off a jump like, damn, that shit would have been crazy. That shit happened for real. Like, it really fucking happened. You know what I mean? And to know that they say Harriet Tubman carried a 45 on her side, it won't for the fucking slave masters, it's for them niggas that was goddamn slaves who didn't want to fucking leave. She said, hey man, if you're not gonna go with me, I'm gonna kill you. That's crazy. When you think about that shit, yo. But yeah, that's some black history that y'all did not know, man. And like I said, salute. Like I said, to the ones that sacrificed so much for us, man. And like I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't go without, you know, making that, you know, be known. Because I feel like a lot of us right now, the young niggas, the YNs out there, they're treating this shit like Grand Theft Auto fucking 6 that ain't out yet. I will be getting a copy. But to the young niggas, like this is a one chance opportunity. And the shit that y'all out there doing right now, man, like Willie Skate, man, like have a conversation, talk with one another.
Like, I feel like, you know, the Pride movement or whatever it's called, like they have stood together as a whole and have gotten rights for them, for their community.
More privilege. Everybody got more privileges than us, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the big reason why we have not come farther than, because I feel like they got more rights than black people have. The gay community or LGBTQ community has more rights and have gained more rights in a lot shorter amount of time than black people have. Like, this has been something that we have been fighting for really probably like decades. Centuries. You know what I mean? So like for the black community to be fighting for these rights, and it's been going on for centuries.
Right. Because not to say that the ones that's been enslaved, they still will fight against this shit. They won't willingly want to do this shit. So I wanted to clear the air on that. When I say centuries, like the niggas didn't willingly come here and be like, oh, you mean tell me I get to wear the same clothes for like 3 goddamn months and go work for 15 jobs at your house? Yeah, I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't willingly want to do that shit.
I mean, I think every black person know that.
Yeah, but I'm saying for those out there who tell, hey man, that, you know, that was a choice.
That's some white people.
Fuck no, yo. Like, I want to willingly leave I only want to willingly leave my family to a job that pay me. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to make that be known. For 8 fucking hours. 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever the fuck it was, 24 hours, whatever, all the shit that I done did. Not want to willingly do that shit. That's crazy.
Like I was saying.
My bad.
I feel like the reason why we have not come as far as the LGBTQ community has is because you got too many black people that are against each other instead of standing with each other. That's why you have all these young niggas out here that they got a little beef over something fucking simple with somebody and they want to fucking shoot and kill somebody.
Right. Like
Willie Skate said, talk. Like, all you're giving the racist white people what they want. You're doing what they want you to do. Kill each other. Mm. Like, come together, stand together, be as one.
That's it.
Stop fighting against each other.
Form like Voltron, man. Divided we conquered, man. I mean, what did it say? divided we fall or some shit. I don't know how it go. Yeah, I know how to fucking go. But changing gears, man. I just want to really clear the air on that because I feel like that needed to be addressed. But moving on to entertainment, and of course, this is Nerd Talk. We ain't did Nerd Talk in quite some time now. But Nichole on the boards, did you know that the Grand Theft Auto 6 will be coming out this year? Hopefully. I said I was gonna get on the PS5. I don't know. It depends on what shit look like. If I can get a Pro, I might get a new TV. It's like if I gotta change my socks, I gotta change my shirt. I gotta change my shirt, I gotta change my tie, I gotta change my tie, I gotta change my sock. But yeah, so what I'm saying is Grand Theft Auto 6 will probably be the most expensive game ever, yo. They said the game might be out the box. $100 for the game, like the base game. But the base game is a separate game from Grand Theft Auto 6 online. So GTA 6 might be a standalone by itself. And then the story mode might be another one. So I just wanted to
that's a 80s check right there.
What
movie did that phrase come from? Not asking you, the audience.
Oh, what I was saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know about that shit, man. This clear the air, man. This ain't, what I mean? Not everybody watch Beethoven. You know what I'm saying? That was my movie, though. Beethoven. They treat Beethoven like a nigga. Oh, yeah, staying on games. It was a rumor, Nichole and the boys. Rumor report. Rumor. Them motherfuckers said, hey, man, the console wars is now fucking over and done with. Xbox lost. PlayStation said, y'all niggas lost. And Microsoft said, nigga, we did not lose. What we trying to tell y'all is this. Anything can be a motherfucking Xbox. Yeah, y'all might have won the console wars. People buying more PlayStations than they buying Xboxes. Okay, cool. But you can play an Xbox on any fucking thing you got, whether it be a Samsung TV, whether it be your cell phone, your tablet, computer, an Xbox Series S, a Fire Stick, an Xbox Series X, but also, motherfuckers, we said to drop a motherfucking new goddamn console on y'all, and this gonna be an Xbox handheld, dropping in 2025. That's this motherfucking year. And they also said, according to IGN, that a new report has outlined Microsoft's video game hardware ambition, and they're also aligning a full next-gen Xbox that's also set to release in 2027, man. And like I said, that Xbox branded gaming handheld is slated for later this year, man. It's just like that. Shout out to motherfucking Xbox. They said, yeah, we might have games coming to a PlayStation that's Xbox-only games like Gears of War, but we want to let y'all motherfuckers know. We just want to get y'all hip to the Gears of War story. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can play that shit on PlayStation 5. But we ain't giving y'all motherfuckers a motherfucking multiplayer. That's going to stay on motherfucking Xbox. I see what y'all doing. Y'all trying to sell that Gears story.
If you want to play that multiplayer, you got to get the Xbox.
And I think on this Gears, I'm going to be real. I might do a little homework and fuck around on the Gears 5 because I ain't played it in like 3-4 years, the multiplayer. But I was all right on that shit. And I was like, you know what? I mean, I know they Call of Duty eyes, you know what I mean? Just keep it real. But the Gears multiplayer that shit just as bad as Call of Duty. More gruesome, niggas talk way more shit on that shit too. And you die viciously every time you get shot. And Gears of War, that's if you don't get fucking chainsaw or get bayonet, nigga throw you to the ground or get curb stomped while you ask nigga to pick you up. Because execution is the most foulest shit I ever played in multiplayer. You ever play execution?
Yeah.
Well, I'm down but out, and they come through there and just smash your goddamn head. You're like, man, fuck this goddamn game. That's how I broke a controller, y'all. For those y'all who, just tuned into the podcast, I broke
the controller playing Horde.
Controller playing Horde, y'all. I told niggas, we down one more time. I'm going to take this Xbox controller, and I'm going to spike that bitch like goddamn Gronkowski. He ain't even a football player yet. And what I do? I spoke that motherfucker. And just like that. You got anything to add, Nichole and the boys, before we get to the motivational minute, because we've been podding for a good hour and a half, man. I told you it was going to be a short pod compared to the last one we had. That was damn near long as the 10 Commandments.
I'm tired.
I know. He been yawning over there.
I've been fighting it. I'm tired of this motherfucker.
I got you. So on to the motivational minute. For those y'all there just watching, listening and learning, man. This is the part of the podcast where, I give you some, just some perspective as well. And the motivational minute for this week or this episode goes like this, man. And it's, I want to be honest with you. Like, as I started the podcast by saying, we 31 episodes in, and I ain't got no limit on this shit. Like I said, I choose faith this time, and I'm not thinking about the next time or whatever milestone. I'm just thinking about the moment in time right now. You know what I'm saying? The same when I put myself in perspective with them slaves. And when I put it all together, you know what I'm saying? And that's life, that's spirituality, that's work ethic, that's determination, that's dedication. It's all little things that make me who I am, as ambitious that I am, as what you call the word looking for, groundbreaking. I don't know what the fuck the word I'm looking for. And like I said, ambitious. We'll stay with ambitious. But I want to let you know, just don't tell everybody what you are about to do next. Don't tell everybody.
People be preying on your downfall.
Like a motherfucker, man. And I said, I want to really just take this time to, thank the small group in my circle of influence. What were you saying?
I said, it's like some people be quick to pray for me. You don't even know me.
Right.
And you ask me to
pray for you. You don't know who I'm praying to.
You don't know who I'm praying to.
Right.
You don't know if I'm going to pray on your downfall.
Yep.
Like,
right.
Don't be asking anybody and everybody to pray for you.
Right.
You could be asking somebody to pray for you and you don't realize that they really have some sort of hatred for you.
I got some friends that told me, like, hey, man, when I met you, I hated you, nigga. I was like, God damn, I ain't think I had that in me, but I mean, I'm doing something right, but I appreciate the honesty. But yeah, it's like you can't tell everybody what the fuck you about to do next, man. And the reason being is because the people who never sacrifice for their fucking dream, they will tell you how to give up your shit quick, fast, in the motherfucking hurry. They'll be like, nah, that ain't gonna work, man. You ain't funny enough. Nigga, your clothes don't fit right. You stutter when you talk, man. You fat. Like, who said you can rap? You know what I'm saying? And I thought about that because the conversation I had with Willie Skate. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man he had a goal. He set it in mind. He did this shit. And then he told the motherfucker, listen to it. Mm. And then was like, then that shit tight. That shit hot fire. Who the fuck is this? Nigga, that's me. Nigga, you sound like a real rapper. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, I'm not really big on fucking names. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of the reasons why the podcast started. For ones who out there that's like, you know what, nigga, I'm working at 9 to 5. Yeah. I know what to get out of it. Taxes, small ass retirement that ain't gonna last long, and then I die.
That you gotta have a part-time.
And I gotta have a part-time, right? And I'm not gonna be eating steak dinners every motherfucking night. And 9 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna be alone because my spouse probably already passed away, so I can be able to retire.
Damn, you just killing me off.
I'm not saying me, nigga. I'm not saying me. I'm just saying in general, motherfucker.
I'm not dementia.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. But what I'm saying is, don't listen to the fucking naysayers, the people that's preying on your downfall, the ones that ain't trying shit, the ones that ain't doing shit. Like, don't listen to the critics. I've got to a point in life right now, Nichole on the boards, where it's like, I know what niggas is talking about. They talking about the niggas that all they do is just talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucking critics. Their job is to critique and go to them fucking 9 to 5s and be mad and then come back and critique. They're professional critics. Right? Mm-hmm. But I want to let y'all know this out there working in your gift, man. Sacrifice, it yields fucking change, man. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. You're not going to feel like you got enough fucking time, man. And I want to let you know it's okay. You might get to a point where everybody that was in your circle, you kind of left them a ride because they couldn't get to the next step or the next step or the next step. And it's a reason why. Leadership, it is lonely. You understand that, right? Like, in order to be a leader, you have to lead from the front. You got to tell them what to expect when they get there because you done been there. And it's up to them to take that motherfucking fruit and use it to the best of their ability. But always remember that the success, it depends on the second motherfucking letter. And that's always going to be you. So it's okay, man. Be unliked, be unappreciated, be unpopular because the horizon is on the way. And on the way is your motherfucking breakthrough. Remember that you cannot be a standout if your ass is just standing still. You can't get to the spot if you don't want to move from the motherfucking spot. If you don't want to come from that comfort zone. There's a lot of things that I've accomplished in my life where people look at me like, damn, I didn't think you can do that. But you did it, and you keep surprising me. I'm like, nigga, I'm surprising myself because I know that it's only one shot at this motherfucking thing called life, man. And like I said, don't give up on your dream, man. But don't tell everybody about what the fuck you about to do next. Just get it done, man. It's just like that. So with that being said, Nichole on the boards, man. Like I said, for all y'all there just watching, listen to the podcast, man. I want to, shout y'all out. I appreciate y'all, the day ones, man. I got a special invitation that's coming for y'all, man. This a call to action, Special invitation to the day ones, man. I'm going to be sending y'all some information out, and you'll know it because you'll get a direct DM from myself, whether it be Clear the Heir or Hoggie on Instagram. It's gonna be something big. And like I said, when I'm putting this out with you in mind, you know what I'm saying? Because you took the time out of your busy schedule to listen to the podcast, to, share it, to send a reaction, to see me in the street and talk about it. And I want to really, send something out to you because, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate your dedication, your support up to this point. And I want to do something special, but I want to have you involved in it as well, man, because I feel like we all on the up and up, and we need one another to, really get to where we need to be. So yeah, like I said, look out for that message. I'm gonna be sending them out real soon. I appreciate y'all and I salute y'all, man. With that being said, Nichole on the boards, anything you wanted to add before we rock and roll?
No.
All right, y'all. With that being said, as I always outro the podcast, and it's to always pray to have the eyes to see the best in people, a heart that forgives the worst, a mind that forgets the bad, a soul that never loses faith in God. Change your thoughts, you'll change your world. Don't give advice, live it. People get your advice from watching you, right? And from the words of Lunatic, like he always says, man, you'll never lead a flock of men to the promised land. How you gonna hold the crown? We here to fucking clear the motherfucking air, man. And most importantly, from this podcast, man, we're here to represent us. We're here to talk about us. We're here to fucking breed change, man. And like I said, shout out to one of the artists that could be performing on this Dirt Road tour, man. My main man, G's. My man got some shit out here, y'all. You be like, yo, cuz can spit, man. But in the words of G's, he said, if your money talks, then what the recognition do? We here to clear the motherfucking air, y'all. This time next year is going to be different. And it's just like that. Bernie Burns, man. Take us out, cuz.
My man Bernie Burns,
overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
Right round for Beamer, rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master
Right
site.
round for Beamer, rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
Right round for Beamer, rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master
Right
site.
round for Beamer.